Hey everyone, it's Mika. Welcome back to my channel. As many of you know, I'm a Filipino born and raised, now working in tech in Silicon Valley. Earlier this year, I quit LinkedIn as a product manager to start my own company. At the same time, I joined the inaugural South Park Commons Founder Fellowship. When my co-founder and I got into the fellowship, I called my dad and told him the story. And then he replied,
"So you're telling me that you pitched an idea for a product that doesn't exist and then got $400,000 in funding?"
yeah, pretty much. Here's our story and how you can also get into the South Park Commons Founder Fellowship. First, what is the South Park Commons Founder Fellowship? The Founder Fellowship is a program for founders who want to start billion-dollar businesses. What South Park Commons does is they provide these founders an experience that's the perfect fit for founders. More details in the link below. Notable ones include $400,000 in funding, $200,000 in credits from many different companies, access to an amazing suite of advisors who are previous entrepreneurs and now investors, and a community of other amazing founders to help you navigate your journey. I consider myself a fellowship power user because I've been in many different fellowship programs, such as Kleiner Perkins Fellowship Program, On Deck Fellowship, but the South Park Commons Founder Fellowship is by far the best program suited for my goals as a founder building a billion-dollar business. Now, our particular story as a founding team going through the application process is a pretty interesting one. What happened was when the applications went viral over Twitter and were announced, I sent it to my co-founder Amy and said, "Hey Amy, this looks super cool and at some point we should probably consider this, but right now it's probably going to be a distraction. We should just continue building and ignore these types of programs." And then we moved to this house in Utah with other founders, and our founder friend said that he was applying. He encouraged us to apply as well and said, "It's a really easy application. It has such good terms. You might as well try." The application was pretty quick. We had to write out some markets and ideas you're interested in but not necessarily committed to, and then make a video about a project we are most proud of. 2 days after, we get an email saying, "Hey, we'd love to invite you over for an interview." So we hopped on an interview. Within that week, there were 2 people that were part of the South Park Commons Fund that interviewed us. The questions were less particular about the idea. Most of the questions probed in who we were as founders, our story, how we showed grit and hustle, and probed in the way that we thought about the world. The interview was about 30 minutes long. At the end of the interview, I'll admit, Amy and I were like, I think it was okay. True enough, we get an email saying, "We're sorry, but we moved on with other candidates." But that's okay. The week after, we get an email saying, "Turns out we can actually open up the cohort to more companies. We'd love to invite you back." At this point, we said, we should probably give it a better shot. We got on a call with 2 other people that are part of the South Park Commons Fund. What was supposedly a 30-minute meeting went on for about an hour. It was a really, really fun meeting. Again, probing at who we were as founders, kind of probing at our idea, and probed at the way that we thought about the world, the way that we thought about building products. The number one thing I'll say is show your grit, show your hustle, and be extremely genuine. Turns out that interview went really well and we got in. Now, this fellowship is frankly not a fit for everybody. So who's it not a fit for? One, if you are post-product and post-idea, meaning you already have strong conviction and you even have a product that you're not willing to let go, it's probably best that you just continue focusing on building out your product. Congratulations, by the way, that's a really great position to be in. Secondly, if you're not a first-time founder, this might not be as helpful for you. Granted, there are a couple people who are second-time founders in our cohort. I believe it was still a great experience for them. Not discouraging you to apply if you have started a company before, but I say that because the people who are probably going to need this the most are first-time founders who don't have the lessons learned from building out a startup. The caveating that for the most part, people around you will be first-time founders, and so important to acknowledge that. Third, if you need forcing functions to get you to do something, such as a demo day, the Founder Fellowship explicitly does not have a demo day. We believe in the intentionality of working on the idea validation stage for as long as you need. And lastly, if you're not ready to commit to $1 billion business, still contemplating if you want to be a full-time creator, build a lifestyle business or a small business instead, then this is also probably not a good fit for you, because every exercise and every piece of feedback is going to be a reflection of the fact that you want to build a unicorn. Okay, if it's not a fit, that's okay. There are many more programs and communities and opportunities there for you to build your business. That's the end of the South Park Commons Founder Fellowship video, part 1. Talked about the overview of the South Park Commons Fellowship, our story in the app process, and who it's not a good fit for. In part 2, I talk about how the fellowship is different from other founder accelerators and fellowships, including Y Combinator, and a few stories about how it's helped founders from the first cohort. Head on over to the second video for the South Park Commons Founder Fellowship Program. But first, some bloopers. Now, our particular story, my co-founder, now, why is it so loud?